Ready? Hi, ich bin Nilam und ich wollte schon immer mal nach Japan. Jetzt gerade bin ich in LA und zwar in Little Tokyo, was fast das gleiche ist und werde mir das ein bisschen angucken. Habe auch jemanden, der mich ein bisschen rumführen wird und bin gespannt, was es hier zu sehen gibt. Anders als in Deutschland, wo man sich seit Monaten vor Überfremdung zu fürchten scheint, sind die USA ein Land, das von Migranten gegründet und aufgebaut wurde. In jeder Stadt gibt es ganz unterschiedliche Stadtviertel, die von unterschiedlichsten Bevölkerungsgruppen geprägt sind. Heute sind wir in Little Tokyo in LA und geben euch einen Einblick und sprechen über die Gefahren des Lebens in Communities, die oft sehr autark funktionieren.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Sean. We are here in Little Tokyo in downtown Los Angeles.
What are we going to do?
Yeah, so Little Tokyo is actually the second oldest community in Los Angeles. It's been here for about like 130 years. It started in like 1885. There's a really awesome history, but also how there's a lot of really cool stuff happening now. Right now we're at Cafe Dulce, which is owned by James Choi. He's actually a Korean-American man who came into Little Tokyo and opened this coffee shop and serves really awesome pastries and really good coffee. And
I can see them already and have an eye for that.
My name's James. We're coming up on our 5-year anniversary here, so we've been really lucky to be in an area that I consider to be very community-driven and community-oriented.
Yeah. Can you tell me some more about the community here?
So one of the things that I love about Little Tokyo is we're surrounded by people with bleeding hearts. So we've got our federal public defender's offices right here that they defend the people that are in jail that don't have lawyers. So I mean, that's one part of it. And then you have these 501c3s and nonprofits and stuff like that. And people that choose to work in those industries are people that want to help the community or whatever cause that they have.
What is maybe a negative thing?
The only negative thing is where we're situated. We're literally 2 streets north of Skid Row of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So Skid Row, we jokingly say it's like the Walking Dead area. A bunch of people that are homeless and oftentimes addicted to drugs and alcohol or whatever else. That's where they all are.
So it's not the prettiest part of LA.
No, you don't want to be there at the wrong time.
But it's the truth, right?
It's absolutely the truth.
So everything actually started with one Japanese restaurant. This man named Charles Kame came here in 1885, and he started this restaurant right there. And then it all kind of grew and it became huge, like this really big neighborhood. Because Japanese immigrants couldn't own land. Oh. So it was like this was kind of the only place where they could live. So it became this really thriving neighborhood. And then World War II happened when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. 120,000 Japanese Americans were put in concentration camps. So not death camps like what the Nazis did.
Yeah.
So during this time, everyone had to go. So Little Tokyo cleared out. During that time, this area became predominantly black. So it was called Bronzeville. And so once World War II ended, people slowly started to trickle back. They slowly started to work with the black population that was here, started to rebuild, and then Little Tokyo grew and grew until the 70s, where it kind of hit a peak. And then that's sort of where a lot of this came from. It was like that.
And was there more racism?
There's always been racism.
Okay. What I wanted to talk about with Sean is also gentrification. Do you feel it? Do you see it? What is happening in this area?
For sure. One of the things that's happening right now, we're starting to see the massive construction start now. They started tearing up 2nd Street. So they're bringing in the metro line. It's supposed to connect, east of Los Angeles all the way to the west of Los Angeles. They're saying that in 5 years, the property value here is going to be X. So when we went to go renegotiate our lease, they said, this is what it's projected to be at. You want to be here? You got to pay.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
I will go and get another donut.
Cool, awesome. Let me know what you need.
See you later.
This is the oldest business in Little Tokyo.
Yeah.
And it's called Fugetsudo. So they make manju, which is like a Japanese pastry, typically made with a red bean and stuff. Thank you.
It's your favorite, you said.
My favorite one. This is my favorite one. I grew up eating this one.
Okay, so that's rice.
Yeah, so it's rice. It might be a little salty, a little sweet salty.
That's such a weird consistency.
Because it's glutinous rice and then there's white bean inside of it.
You want me to be honest?
Be honest.
I don't like it.
That's fine. I don't either. sort of the story of like the immigration story. So this is like how the first generation came as pioneers. The US wanted labor because they were building a railroad, they needed miners. So they drew from Asia. So a lot of people came from Japan and China. And then as you go around it, the next one is from the camps. So this is when we were kicked out. This was us having to like leave. As you can tell, like it's a moment that has always been really big. This is kind of like how we keep moving forward, right? Like it's sort of about preserving the history, but then also looking ahead.
So it's a story in a nutshell.
It's a story in a nutshell.
Okay.
Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Oh, won't you rub your fingers?
Supposedly, this place is the first place to serve ramen in America.
I know that you're here when you're drunk.
I am.
This one is very good.
Yeah.
It's even better than my favorite place in Berlin.
It's like pork fried rice with like an omelet, and then there's shrimp in the omelet, and then there's gravy.
You talked a lot about communities,
Yeah.
right? About a community, this community here. But I heard a lot of communities are in California, in America. Why is that?
I mean, a lot of it is historical. So like I think, so for example, Little Tokyo, people couldn't, they're only like small, there's only certain areas where Japanese people could live. So Little Tokyo was one of those areas where people felt safe. And people want to be around people who can speak their language, who understand their cultural practice. And so a lot of it does come down to like discrimination and like, you know, understanding that outside of these communities, it can be really hard to be a person of color, to speak a different language. So why wouldn't you stick together?
Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine.
Unsere letzte Station für heute, very nice spot with the skyline of downtown actually, right?
Yep.
Very nice. Sean, thank you so much for showing me around. I have a present for you.
What?
You forgot your keys in the restaurant.
will
I just
treasure
saved
this.
your life. I learned a lot about Little Tokyo actually.
I learned a lot about Germany.
Did you?
I learned-
For example?
For example, I learned that the word for door opener
Yeah.
is Tür öffnen.
Very good.
Ah.
Everybody is proud of you right now.
Thank you very much.
Ich glaube, ich verabschiede mich an dieser Stelle auch direkt von euch. Ich hoffe sehr, dass euch die Folge gefallen hat. Ich habe viel gelernt über Little Tokyo und auch darüber, wie die Communities funktionieren, was ganz spannend ist. Und lecker gegessen vor allem. Und gebt dem Video einen Daumen hoch, right? Thumbs up for the video.
Thumbs up for the video.
Ja, you're like, yeah, whatever.
Yep,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what she said.
Und es wird noch weitere Folgen geben, auf die ich mich sehr freue. Aber erstmal hoffe ich, ihr habt die genossen. Bis dann. Tschüss. Say tschüss.
Tschüss.
Tschüss.